Good afternoon and welcome to the Côte d'Azur, the southeastern part of it, and the town of Cannes. Caen. I just got off the train from Nice, where we're staying, and I'm going to head down to the front. Famous for its film festival every summer. This French seaside town, meant to be glamorous. It's not particularly glamorous weather today. Grey, a little bit windy, not bad temperature. Anyway, let's just cross the road here without getting run over by the cyclists or motorcycles and head towards the sea. So I've just walked up the hill. It's this ancient looking cathedral or castle overlooking the town. This is like the back of the Hollywood sign, the Cannes sign. We'll have a little look at the view, which is magnificent. It's a very, very thriving, bustling seaside town at the moment. It must be like Britain, really, with the Easter holidays, I guess. But really, really busy. Look at that. Magnifique. Coming up to 1:20 here on a Monday afternoon, just before Easter. Maybe I should go on the Dotto train, whatever they call it. At least get a leaflet, find out how much it is. I see you've got like inside there seems to be some sort of audio commentary to tell you a little bit about Cannes, I'd imagine. There's a church or a it's a museum. I'll have a look in there in a little bit. But I am going to head up these steps. Seems to be a bit of a one-way system. And see what we can see from the top. Popular, I guess, the old defences on top of the hill here. There you are, looking west. Quite a dramatic hilly coastline here on the Côte d'Azur. Not so blue today. This way round. Although we have got one or two people trying to do their own thing and come up the other way. That can only lead to problems, I think. Look at that congestion on the steps there. Tinkling of ivories inside the oh no, that's from the, I think that's from the Dotto train. I'm going to have a little look inside here. I'm not quite sure what it is. It looks like a church. 2 entrances to choose from. Well, the Museum of the World, or Explorations du Monde, explorations, I think, tribal arts, Mediterranean antiques, arts of Persia, Orientalist painting and musical instruments, and the castle tower, panorama of the Bay of Cannes, late 11th or 12th century. It's shut on a Monday, so I won't be going on in there. Instead, what I'm going to do, I think, through this railing, because this is quite a good vantage point, I think I'm going to crack open my zoom camera and take some shots from here. So I'll put those on now. These little back streets are really nice. Lots of little shops, little cafes, ice cream parlours, that kind of thing. So I've just come down again from the hill and I'm about to merge on the front. It's quite windy at the front. So what I'm going to do now, I think I'm going to just stroll along the front, along the beach and then through town and snap away like street photography. Capture a little bit of what Cannes is like on an mid-April afternoon with a grey sky. New York, New York. So I guess that must be an American theme. And then got a little fairground here. Some nice kiosks. I put my camera away. It started to rain. Not surprising really, given the heavy grey nature of the sky. Still enjoying my little tour so far. Haven't taken any buses or public modes of transport since I've got off the train. Nice water feature. Cafe Roma. Maybe could do with a little bit of a spring clean at the front. There's the casino opposite. All the bikers seem to have disappeared into the casino, and there's a big bunch of what looks like a school party or a youth group or something making their way across the road as I head along the front here. Now, I don't really know where the film festival is held every year, but there's a theatre there. Some red, I'm going to say carpet, doesn't really look like carpet. Red material anyway, laid out on the stairs. And there's a tourist information office here. So all exciting things going on here as the dog protects. This must be where the cinema is, where the film festival takes place. Look on the step there. We've got all the stars lined up. Presumably we've got a lot of French ones, but we've got like Sylvester Stallone there on the end. I think that's John Travolta, Nicole Kidman. Don't feel that Birdie's been particularly respectful to President Georges Pompidou there, 1911 to 1974. Not really a beach-like day, but I have made it to the wide open promenade that goes all along the front here at Cannes. Nice sandy beach that some people are enjoying. I guess maybe they're the British tourists. And there seems to be some sort of, oh yes, got the palm trees, which would look more attractive if the sun was blazing. But unfortunately, that's not the case today. Let's see what we can see from this seated area that juts out into the beach a little bit. Still quite a few people on the beach. That looks like a grand old hotel there. The Carlton Hotel. Maybe 30s, that'd be my guess. And then sweeping across the bay to the other side of the bay, looks like an old castle, fortress of some sort, and the headland. On the other side, we've got some dramatic mountains. Got like some sort of, and imagine a tourist boat heading out to sea. And then we've got like a lighthouse. So I've come back away from the beach where it's a bit blustery, a little bit of rain falling. And I'm going to walk now through some of the more shoppy areas of the town or city. I don't know what it is. And it really is bustling. Lots of nice shops, cafes, restaurants, lots of people around. And in fairness, I've heard a lot of British people talking, which is good to hear. And I know the south of France is very popular with the British tourist because yes, the Mediterranean offering marvellous weather in comparison to Britain, but not this week. Apparently Britain's got better weather this week, which is disappointing. Well, it is when we're here, obviously not normally. It's like a labyrinth of narrow streets packed with people, shops, lots of upmarket makes. Alright, so I've come through town a little bit and I'm back out onto the front, back out onto the promenade. And look, not particularly popular at the moment, but there's some nice beachside cafes and still people, plenty of people on the beach despite the kind of grey skies and breeze. Very good. Cannes really is in a fantastic setting. You can imagine the clear blue waters on a sunny day. Dramatic hills there over to the west. Got some nice yachts in the harbour over there, nice boats. So very, very nice. More nice boats here, moored, ready to venture out onto the Mediterranean. There's only a few of them out there today. And that one seems to have had its mast taken down, presumably so it can just bob around there without worrying about the wind catching it. Swing round again. Yeah, let's get another view of the beach and the hotels behind. Well, this is a bonus, an open top bus, but it's just part of the regular fare. I guess the double deckers here, the weather must be nice enough most of the time that they can afford to have an open top. So I'm just going to ride it as far as I can. Oh yes, there's a typical French scene. Look, a square filled with people playing bowls, balls, well, whatever you want to call them. Still haven't seen a Poundland. Disappointing. Well, I've had a very enjoyable tour around Cannes this afternoon, walking and bussing. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.